Yo, what's good? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. And yes, indeed, it is another one. So, yes, we have brother Anton Daniels back in the broadcast room yet again. And brother Anton been getting hold to some real serious issues here lately, and as far as what he's doing, definitely shout out to him. And yeah, so he did a commentary on a woman that's actually married already, and she just had something to say about the reasons why men want women, basically. So we're gonna dive off into this, and yeah, we're gonna put these quarters, nickels, and dimes in on the times.
That there's a lot of men out here that don't realize they don't like women. They don't realize that a lot of their feelings is just like hormonal testosterone, and it's not like you really like us. Because y'all complain about every single thing that encompasses a soft, feminine, submissive woman. You hate everything about it. You hate that she's needy, that she wants to be treated like a baby, that she wants to be treated well, soft, kind, caring. You guys complain about her calling y'all all the time, asking you questions. Oh my God, why is she calling me again? Why is she bothering me? Because she likes you and she wants to be around you. She hates to see you go. She loves to see you with her. She would be, if she could fit in your pocket, she would. And if those thoughts bother you or make you uncomfortable, you are not mature enough to date a woman, and you only want a woman for sexual gratification because y'all don't really like us. And that's what we mean when we say y'all don't like us. But
Hold on here. Hold on here. Now, but now, before brother Anton gets started, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna throw a quarter. I mean, not a quarter. I'm gonna throw a nickel in on this real quick. Before brother Anton gets started, because I hadn't watched this all the way through. So yeah, listen, look, I grew up in the traditional family, things like that, with the what I like to call the Trinity. If you go by the Bible, whatever, what I'm saying, the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I call mine the Trinity. At the end of the day, you have both sets of grandparents, which is your mother and your father's parents. Then you have your mother and your father. So by growing up set way, knowing both sides of that, I have all three of my fathers and I had all three of my mothers, which, I know nowadays that probably sounds weird to a lot of people, but it's not weird. That's technically how that's supposed to go. If your elders are blessed enough to live long enough to, for you to grow to know who your family is, stuff like that. Some people die off, things like that. I get it. But that's how it's supposed to go. So, and the men in the family taught me a lot. The women in the family taught me a lot. I've never seen women in my family be that damn clingy with the men. It's just, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? The women in my family, they not only had jobs, they had tasks and things like that to do. They also had other friend girls that they would communicate with, stuff like, and I'm talking about good friend girls. That's another thing too. A lot of you modern day women don't have actual friends. Y'all got enemies out here. I'm sorry. You do. And that's the difference between a lot of, the old school women and new school women. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with women amongst each other, but that's y'all business. Y'all need to clear that shit the fuck up. But yes, no, women were not clingy like that on their men. They wanted their men to go out and do things and they needed time away from each other in order to come back and appreciate each other. That's how that goes. So I don't know what she talking about. Fit in your pocket. I'm at work, broad. I don't have time for you to fit in my pocket.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
No, that's too much. Too much. You're acting like a baby, a child. Men don't like that.
what do I know? I'm just married.
So if you married, then who is us?
Right.
Because I'm married too. And just because we hold women accountable, don't mean that we don't like y'all. I think that women try to conflate in order to avoid holding other women accountable.
Right.
The truth. And the truth is that more than one thing can be true at the same time. Let me break it down like this. There's women that we slot into certain spaces. There's women that are wifey, and then women that are bust downs. Now, the problem in society today is that we have the bust downs and all of a sudden thinking that they can be wifey. Back in the day, the bust downs understood that there was bust downs and they never ever got out of their place, or they never was disillusioned about the fact that they could be wifey, or at the very least, they would completely relocate and start a whole new life somewhere else because their reputation was what it was. So the expectation was never for them to be wifey to a bunch of dudes that was already just looking at them as bust downs.
Thank you, Anton. Thank you. Jesus Christ. I mean, and I get it in this modern day illusion situation that we're living in right here, that we have these factors that, everything goes, in today's society. Yes, I've always said this. If you go back in some of my old throughout my video stuff, I've always said, yes, there's been two different types of women that men look at. It's the street chicks and it's the chicks that are wives. But nowadays, the wives are dressing like street women. The street women are still dressing like street women out here. And it's like, what do you do with that? It's no distinguish between the two. And then the thing of this is it caused confusion for men, because when you come at it, it's just like what was that Dave Chappelle joint? If I walk up dressed like a police officer and some shit pops off and you run up to me like, well, officer, I'm talking about a full-fledged officer uniform now, real looking badge. I'm talking about real looking badge, gun, the whole nine. And you run up to me like, well, officer, I need your help. This and that going on. You know what I'm saying? And he like, well, you can't assume that I'm a police officer. And this is the thing, man. A lot of modern day women, y'all not separating yourselves anymore. It's like y'all are cool with running in a pack like that. And shout out to the women that are separating themselves, because I have seen some women that they're starting to come out on the internet more and more that are separating themselves. I'm starting to see that now, things like that. Shout out to them sisters. But yes, man, it's crazy out here. There used to be for men, and this is how we think. There used to be a separation in women because certain type of women that did certain type of things, they dressed a certain way. They had a certain uniform, just like men did, and do still to this day. I mean, you don't see an upstanding, of course, a black man that's a congressman don't dress like Pookie and Ray Ray in the street. That's, I mean, like it or not. Come on now. You're supposed to dress how you want to present yourself in society, and allow society to know what level that you're on, basically what level that you're on. I can't think of the word right now. Let's keep going.
So we're conflating sexual gratification with not liking women. Oh, we like women, and we also move differently around women that we absolutely love. See, it's the difference between liking and loving. I can like you for whatever it is that I like you for,
Right.
but I can love you differently depending on the role that you play in our life. And I think
Right.
that women are absolutely conflating the two. And so she's saying women, but we need to add context. It's certain types of women that fit certain types of narratives. And just because you have over sexualized yourself and then try to conflate the issues by saying that men don't like women. No, we don't like women, and we don't look to marry women that's for the streets. It don't mean that we don't like them. It means that we're sliding them accordingly. And the problem now is that when women have had the microphone for so long that they've been communicating to other women what they think that men want, and they don't know at all. And so instead of listening and paying attention and reading the room, because it's easy for a bunch of women to talk to a whole bunch of women and tell a whole bunch of women what they think that they know, but they absolutely don't know anything when it comes to the sentiment of a man. And just because we look don't necessarily mean that we value you. And just because we married don't mean that we're not looking. You see what I'm saying? And so because you wanted to use that as a one-up, what do I know because I'm married? I don't know your situation and I can't speak to your situation, but I know that it's a lot of other women out here that are married to simps. And simps are one of the people that ruined the game, because instead of saying happy wife, happy life, They should have been standing in a masculinity, understanding that their role as a man is to live in a purpose and identify the two, and then also give the game to the younger generation of what being successfully married is supposed to look like. See, it's a lot of people that's married, but they're not successfully married. They like ships sailing in the night, or they actually acquiesce over into the woman. And so just because you fill in a certain role or just because you got a title, don't mean that you also qualified to speak on certain issues. Now, I will give you this. Being married gives you a leg up because it shows that you have the results. But we also need to see the receipts nowadays, because just being married is not enough anymore. There's plenty of people that get married and then they get divorced. Or there's plenty of people that's in sexless marriages, or there's plenty of people that are in marriages with simps. And so I will give you that, right? Because she qualified herself by saying that, and I'm not going to speak on her situation per se. And also, I always like to link back to the content creator, so I'll put that down in the description. So I like to give credit where credit is due, regardless of whether or not I agree with the person or disagree with the person. But the fact of the matter is, this is old. This is a tired trope of saying that men don't like women, or I don't even think that men realize that they don't like women, just because we're no longer willing to tolerate the trash or the bottom of the barrel or the little residue at the bottom of the dumpster, and saying that, oh no, I'm supposed to support, or oh no, I'm supposed to love this, or no. No, we hold women accountable. That needs to be held accountable nowadays, and we're no longer going to be silent. And then the ones that deserve the credit, we're going to absolutely support them, and we're going to rock out with them. But that doesn't mean that we don't like women. Absolutely not. I love them. I've been married. I would bet you that I would probably have been married longer than her. As of just a few days ago, less than a week ago, I've been married for over 20 years. Over 20 years. Successfully married. And I got the receipts, and I show my chick, and she's been able to communicate effectively exactly what the relationship is like and all of that. So, when it comes to results or whether or not we like women, we absolutely love women. All of the people that work for me, almost every single person except for two people, and that's excluding the developers, because a lot of times women don't get into STEM, but that's a whole other conversation. Almost every single person that works for me except for two people are women. And I got women that run a lot of my panels on my platforms. And I got some of the dopest women and some of the most beautiful women that be sitting in this studio. That ain't for no sexual gratification. That's because I see value in them and I understand how to put them in a position to win. And then they go and they bring daddy that bag, and then we run it up together, and we go and get that, we go and get that money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, go get it. Yes.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
Yes. And that's definitely the thing, though. Like, seriously, man. Hey, listen, look, man. A happy man is God's plan. You know, another thing, another thing is that women don't understand the dynamics of help meet. You are supposed to help the man meet the demands. That's the whole thing of a help meet. You know, and yeah, we've gotten out of the dynamics of the levels that we're supposed to be at in society, as far as God, man, woman, children, so forth, things like that. Now, everybody wants to live the life that they feel like they want to live it, the way that they want to live it. Okay, cool. But you cannot change you can't change a formula that's been working for God knows how long. That formula has been working the way that it's been set up, and then expect the same results when you've changed the damn formula.
So what the French toast is there to think about?
It's just not gonna work. Not how you expecting it to work, because yes, you've changed the damn formula. So you expecting it to work the same way, but you've changed it. You've altered it to a degree. And that's what women have done. They've altered the formula to a degree. And it just is what it is. We cannot escape this mindset of this and that. Wanting wanting men to still be technically traditional, controlling themselves when women are running wild out here. They're not controlling themselves anymore. and that's supposed to be okay. Liberation is supposed to be okay. Okay, then at the end of the day, though, if we are truly liberated, then feminism has liberated men as well. Okay. If we want to talk about this liberation has liberated men from actually being able to, take on those traditional duties and things like that, and has taken away from men the rights and the power to enforce those traditional duties and things like that. So now, it's just not going to work that way. So now it seems like men are, you know, it seems like men hate women, but no, though, those are the blinders that you've gathered through feminism, and it's allowed y'all to misunderstand us because y'all don't understand men anymore. Like women have understood men for God knows how long now. Y'all have forsaken your your duty, y'all forsaken y'all post, y'all have forsaken, your basic mindset and your femininity. And it's actually freed men. That's the reason why men are not, as gentlemen's and all this other type of stuff anymore. Yeah, it's freed men, and y'all don't understand what y'all did when y'all embraced this over this toxic femininity. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Yeah, this toxic wave of femininity, because it's not the same. It's not the same as what everybody else was talking about those 100 years ago when women were just trying to do a little something. Y'all took this overboard. Yeah, though, but it is what it is, though, man. Hey, listen, look, if you want to see more of it, please go to Brother Anton's channel. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I will, you know, leave his link down below. It is what it is, man. Hey, he blowing it out the water. Shout out to him. I gotta give Brother Anton props. But yes, this is the thing, man. Yeah, a lot of a lot of women out there, and a lot of y'all men out there do not understand how much feminism and the way that things are working today has actually freed y'all. Now, listen, look, innately, I know as men, we still want families. We still want to do the traditional things because we are who we are as men. We are who we are. But in today's society, you know, you have to be mindful, and you have to actually um be aware of the games that are being played out here, of the illusion that's upon us as men. A lot of women don't deserve what we really have to give them, and that way we need to be more picky as men about the type of people, not just women, but everybody, about the type of people that you allow in your life. And that's just the God's honest truth. Shout out to that. Yeah. It takes a lifetime to build, but it only takes seconds to for the kingdom to fall. It just is what it is, man. Hey, shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure that you ring that bell, that you'll be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.